One way to do this in a simple way is the ladders of engagement. Now, the what we have on the right in the image is kind of a social media ladder, but we used it because it gives kind of a good understanding about how you step through ladders, right? But ladders of engagement are a system designed to develop supporters into organizers, moving them through a series of steps and roles, right? So on the right, it starts with people who would view your stuff on social media. Next, it would be like, oh, they're not only seeing it and liking it, they're sharing it, right? Followed up with that is like, now they've moved beyond sharing our stuff on social media, and they signed our contact form, and they want to volunteer and do work for us. Next up, they're giving us money. They're donating to us. Now they're giving us money regularly. They become a recurring donor. And then you move them up to what they call advocate, right? And this is kind of the problem with this example, is it ends at advocacy, right? Whereas we're going to move them all the way up to organizer, ideally. But what you want to do is you want to find different levels. In Illinois, for a while, we used a ladder organizing model where when we had a new person, we wanted to engage them as a local organizer. And then from there, we wanted to, if they were ready, we wanted to step them up to a county-wide organizer. And then from there to a regional organizer, and then from there to a state level, and then federal level, right? So we started people as local as possible, and as their skill sets came out, as their passions came out, there are some people who are really passionate about issues that are more federal issues, right? So they may jump all the way up. We may meet them, start talking, and go, you know what? You're really good on Medicare for all, and we just want you to run our Medicare for all, working group, and skip the other stuff, right? But that's another model that you can use, is moving people up in the kind of the number of people and the scope that they work with. There's, like I said, there's numerous ways to set this up, but the basics are that people fall on different levels of support when you meet them, and then you want strategies to move them upward. And people may plateau as well, right? There are people who just want to give you money and don't want to give you anything else. There are people who just want to go to a rally and they won't show up for a business meeting, right? But you want to identify where supporters are, and have a strategy to try to move them. Like I said, this can be used in person or with digital, and some databases kind of have a way to do this programmed. It can be really nice for, Garrett signs up to learn more about the Green Party. He gets an immediate thank you email. 2 days later, he gets an email about our upcoming events. A week after that, he gets an email, about, how to get more involved. And that's all automated, and I didn't have to think about it. But the reality is, like with everything, the digital, tech, social media, these are all tools. They are not organizing in and of themselves. They're tools we can use to help us organize. So they've got to be feeding back into your real in-person, on the ground organizing.